Hi folks, Mark Matthews from the Coach Community Mentoring Program here. Welcome to our next vlog. The subject of this vlog is to look at program reviews and program closures. And really the process starts at the very beginning where you as the coordinator have set up a support agreement with the program participant and the mentor. And within that support agreement, we've acknowledged that the mentor is going to provide support for 12 months around one or two life goals that the participant have identified for themselves. We're not setting ourselves up as the experts in the participant's life. They're telling us what their preferred future is, and then we're framing that up in the context of a couple of life goals. And you as the coordinator have joined the two parties together around this support agreement. Within that support agreement, we're acknowledging how the relationship is going to work. And included within that is the understanding that the mentor will be providing monthly feedback sheets to you as the coordinator. Now, we also acknowledge that every 6 months we're going to come together again and we're going to review this support agreement. We're going to have a look at the progress that we've made towards the life goals, and we're going to consider what the future of this relationship is going to be. Now, a good coordinator has always got their finger on the pulse of the relationship. It might not be a heavy finger, might be a light finger, but you've got a bit of an idea of what's going on. And in the lead up to that 6 monthly review time, what you're doing as the coordinator is you're picking up the phone and you're having a conversation with both the mentor and the conversation with the participant. And in that conversation, what you're doing as the coordinator is you're celebrating the relationship. You're also acknowledging the victories, you're acknowledging the progress, and you're also acknowledging the challenges that both parties may have experienced in the past 6 months of this mentoring relationship. Also, on that telephone conversation, you're stating what the way forward may be as perceived by both parties, and then you as the coordinator are then bringing people together in a space around comfortable couches and a coffee table to really together have a look at how this relationship is progressing. Now, it's a curious thing because Toby and I talk about wanting to engender this sense of a friendship with a purpose, and yet there's the programmatic element to it. So in the 6 monthly reviews, you want to have a sense of a comfortable and relaxed environment, and yet we're focused on some programmatic stuff. So as the coordinator, I'm with both parties in the room, I'm retelling the story as I've heard it on the telephone, and we're restating the way forward. Now, the way forward might be that we're still working towards the same one or two life goals that we articulated at the very beginning. The way forward might be that indeed we're bringing a new goal into the support agreement, and as a coordinator I may be modifying that support agreement with the new goal stated in it. Eventually though, what we'd be hoping for is that the relationship is going really deep in that personal space, and eventually the programmatic frameworks will be removed, and that we're coming back together again for another 6 month review. I've already had the phone conversation with the participant, I've had the phone conversation with the mentor, I've got a bit of a sense of where this 6 monthly review is going to go. We're back together in the room, we're on the comfortable couches, we've got the coffee table in front of us, we've got the coffee and the tea and the biscuits. And in that conversation, once again as the coordinator, I'm acknowledging and celebrating the relationship. I'm acknowledging the victories, I'm acknowledging the progress, I'm acknowledging the challenges, but we're also now stating maybe a different way forward. And that is that both parties may have concluded, and you may be in agreement as the coordinator, that in fact most of the goals have been achieved, or most of the steps towards the goals have been achieved, and that indeed this relationship is morphing into something a little bit different. Maybe this relationship is morphing into something more personal, and that it's time now to close off the programmatic relationship and acknowledge that we're now in a personal relationship. So if we're in that space, you as the coordinator would be then sending off a graduation letter to both parties. In the interview, you'd be acknowledging the story, you'd be acknowledging the strengths, and in the graduation letter, you'd be doing the same. You'd be acknowledging the progress that was made through the mentoring relationship. But you'd also be acknowledging that both parties have concluded with your consent that the program is now over, and that both parties have agreed that they want to continue on in their relationship in not a programmatic way, but a more personal way. And that as consenting adults, they are going to maintain contact with each other beyond the program frameworks. Now, it's important that when you send that graduation letter out, that you keep a copy of that on file. Because what that does for you as an organisation is that it gives you documented evidence that your responsibility as an organisation, that your responsibility as a program has concluded, and that both parties have made a decision as consenting adults that they want to continue on the journey in this relationship independent of the program. And that just gives you documented evidence that that conversation has occurred. Toby and I want to thank you, all coordinators and all mentors, for the fabulous work that you're doing in empowering and supporting families who are in tough places to see them flourish. Thank you so much for all that you do. God bless you all. Bye for now.